All right, everybody, we're here at Poetry Jazz Cafe, and we're here with the very lovely and talented Heather Luckhart.
Heyo.
And, this is, we're doing this called the Sea Rock Live virtual venue, but we should have really called it Sea Rock Live making lemonade out of lemon, right? So, this is it. This is Poetry Jazz Cafe, and this is a very talented group of people. These are Toronto artists, and you're getting to see them all very live here on SeaRockLive.com. I'm going to pop in and out and sort of give you a little bit of commentary, but I think Heather's a lot better at this. She looks a lot better doing it. So I'm going to leave most of it up to her. Enjoy the music. If you have any trouble, you can reach us on SeaRockLive.com. And so here's the music, guys. Welcome.
Thanks so much, Harley.
Oh, where can we see you play next? SeaRockLive.com.
The internet.
The internet.
I mean, we have a little bit left of the Off the Wall YouTube thing, and then I think I'll still squeeze in probably a few more shows this year. But is it safe to talk about the holiday special?
Sure. It's
okay.
December, you know.
You're gonna hear it here first, people.
Yes.
We are making a little cozy, short, nice holiday special. Probably. So that'll be out before Christmas, I guess.
Well, that's a big deal, and no selflessly, this is all going to be produced and will be a full segment on SeaRockLive.com. So
SeaRockLive.com.
We see blues live, we see jazz live, we even see some other stuff live, but really, when we say SeaRockLive.com, just to give everybody the heads up. When we talk about rock and roll, we talk about it in the essence of what it really was. Like when you used to see Elvis, like Elvis and Metallica may not have that much in common, but I believe those men at the front of that mic and those people that play leave their souls on the stage when they leave, right?
Yeah.
So that's rock and roll to us.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean 80s hair metal.
I feel that.
It doesn't mean Nirvana. It doesn't mean just Heather Luckhart either, right? So it means rock and roll is a way of life, I think, and that's what. Yeah, you got it. And that's sort of what we're all about.
All right.
And
Does
that's
chipped nail polish from your guitar count as rock and roll?
I think that is with pink glasses and leopard skin. Snake skin. I think that's about as rock and roll as you're going to need to get. You get any more rock and roll and we're at a different club.
Whoa.
Okay, so what are your musical influences?
Ooh.
Never heard that question before.
Well, I always answer it differently because depending on what mood I'm in, I'm going to think of different things. And I was just about to goof around on the kazoo, so I'm going to say the artist that introduced me to the kazoo was Tampa Red. And Tampa Red is sort of a hokum blues player, I guess, from 20s through 40s, I guess, mostly 40s, I would say. I have an album of his from the 20s that was pretty obnoxious. So he basically would have world-class players coming into the studio, and they would be able to lay down these incredible solos, but Tampa Red was like, nah, I'm going to play kazoo over top of everything. And somehow I found it just so memorable and endearing that I gave it a whirl, and I've never looked back. So kazoo fans, check out Tampa Red if you don't know.
Well, you know what? I have these crazy musical fantasies, and I don't know if you guys have ever heard about it's PMJ Official. Have you ever heard it? Postmodern Jukebox?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're stellar.
I mean, stellar is probably just an understatement. Yeah. But you look like you belong on there, I'll be honest with you. And
I'm a fan.
I think
if they're watching, let's talk.
I think we should get a few artists together just like you, and we should do that. Like maybe even hear a poetry.
Sign me up.
Hey, good ideas.
I think that would be just.
I heard a whoop whoop.
Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm holding the mask now because it came off my head. Okay, thanks for all the.
Thanks for commenting also, everybody. Like, that's
Absolutely.
nice. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to totally scope them out later. We're all going to, huddle over a cup of tea and read all of your comments.
Okay, so I think we're done with the questions. So, other than that, is there anything you guys, with the holidays coming up, you know, you guys are lucky because you're actually in that whole pod thing, right? As I'm
Yeah.
moving my mask all over the place. Jesus Christ. Anyways, these things are really hard, man. Anyways,
We can do it a little while longer.
you know what?
Here
Really,
I am saying that,
yeah.
But the microphone and this,
Well,
we can't.
you know, the truth of the matter is, though, like this is not normal. This is not normal human behavior. We're
We've
spitting
never
all over the
seen
place.
it, but you know what? Pandemics have happened before, and I think it's really beautiful when you look back in history. I won't wear pink heart glasses while I say this part.
Well, that's a pretty
But-
hurtful thing to say.
But you know, you always watch that there were these really difficult pockets of time followed by huge surges in innovation and strides in humanity. So come on, humanity, come on, people. We've got to. It's time for change. Like, you know, these times for change come every few decades, and it's our time. This is it.
And as you say this, and again, this is all my hypotheses, so we'll take it with the grain of salt that it's worth,
Hardly
right?
hypotheses.
Hardly hypotheses.
Say that
Well,
to
you know,
customers.
again, in my travels, because I deal with almost every live music venue in Toronto, and I deal with a really huge cross section of different artists.
I bet.
You have really, really brilliant artists that suck so badly at social media, and I don't want to say they
It's
suck.
hard.
They
It's
have
hard.
contempt for it. Like they're sitting there, and it's fear, and it's. But you know what COVID's done?
I know, everybody
You gotta,
has to be on
yeah,
board now.
yeah.
You can not like it all you want, but you best get on Facebook, right? Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
conquer the social media beasts. Trust me, it's tough, but you can do it.
And on that note, because you are prolific, I mean, honestly, for a Toronto artist
Well, on
to have,
Instagram.
well, like, hey, like, listen, 40,000 followers, 40-some thousand followers on Instagram. I mean, everybody shakes their head because they're thinking the same
Hi,
thing.
Instagram followers. Hello, Insta friends. IG world.
But I mean, like, you know, some of this stuff too. It's like, you know, you're going to use that Instagram.
Yeah.
And you know, like, you know, as the commercial side of music that croclive.com is.
Yeah.
You know that, you know, you got that 40,000 followers. You're driving them to YouTube because you can monetize that way. You're driving that to Spotify because you can monetize. How do you feel about all that?
I think those things come as they come, but honestly, my favorite part of the social media, which now more people are starting to come around to and realize and unveil, is it is a really great way to connect with people. I mean, my Instagram buddies will message me or comment on a story or comment on a post, and like usually I'm on Instagram every day, so I'm gonna write them back like pretty soon.
Well,
you
to be honest with you,
and
that's
so
some
it's
time.
nice to be able to connect with people. Like I hear about how their week is going. You know, I have a few favorites. Hi Kenny. Hi Brian. Who really keep me in the loop. Is Kenny?
I think Kenny's online right
Kenny's
now. Hi, Kenny.
here. See, now you see why some of them
Nobody
are my
killed
favorites,
Kenny.
You know.
He's here.
So, you know, it's a really great way to connect. So I just feel like I'm making authentic connections in this really weird, bizarre world that has this odd reputation, which is Instagram. But honestly, it's beautiful. You get these little bite-sized pieces of what people are doing. You can ask them questions about it, elaborate. And I think that in turn, if they're given more opportunities to connect through YouTube or through whatever, like why I do it, why wouldn't they? You know?
And
It's a community.
And I gotta ask, because you look like a great candidate, but how are you feeling about the next greatest thing, TikTok?
TikTok is fun. It sucks your time.
It's like, honestly,
I'm a consumer more than a contributor, must confess. So
I don't know if you guys ever watched Star Trek, but there was this one where they had it, like, where they actually mesmerized. Okay, I'm a big Trek. I've watched them all. I have them. It's
we're
really
gonna
bad.
make you so jealous when you're done this story.
Okay, if you have an outfit, I'm gonna need to see it. So it's. 'Cause
Sorry,
you-
Mom.
Ahura. How did they come up with that name? You gotta ask, right? The
you
chick
really
with
have
a
to
skirt up to here, and they called her Ahura. And anyways, I'm sorry. No, I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. But TikTok.
TikTok. We were talking about TikTok, people. TikTok.
Well, Ahura, TikTok, this could work too. So sorry. But TikTok, monstrous. Music's breaking that way. And I mean not breaking, I mean monumentally breaking.
Mm-hmm.
Everything on the radio is breaking on TikTok first.
I love that you can use sound bites of things.
Have you tried that yet? I actually went on
Yeah.
there and you start posting your music, and if it grabs, like if I were an artist, man, I would have my own little TikTok room, and I would be doing like the and like
TikTok room.
no, a TikTok room, right?
I do have a purple selfie wall in my bathroom.
No, there's a point to this.
Okay.
But like, because you're a great candidate, what kind of influence do you think TikTok is going to have on Toronto artists at this time?
Well, I can say from my personal experience, I am looking at hashtags and looking for accounts that are local Toronto people, and I'm trying my best to connect with them. And when I have the opportunity to use a local musician's sound clip on my videos, it's funny you're talking about put your own sound on and promote yourself. I guess that should have occurred to me. But I love my community so much, and I feel like we're stronger together. We lift each other up together. And there are a lot of great artists who are out there, and people need to hear them, and we all stand to benefit. We're not crabs in a bucket. We're not going to pull each other down.
Absolutely.
Let's get up there and
And in saying all that, that's a really good idea. You should, different genres of music can cross over, for crying out loud.
I mean, how many kinds of music do you listen to in a given month? You're not going to listen to just one album over and over. You want it to be diverse. So why would someone just want to listen to one thing? I like to listen to everybody. Oh, we'll be together soon. Thanks for being virtually together. Virtual hugs. Virtual hugs. Good night.